Hello, my name is Rich Howard, owner of Architectural Builder Supply, and this video is to bring you a closer look at the Baldwin number 0470 Sash pole or Sash lift. This is a typical, classic, ubiquitous sash lift that you're going to see really primarily on double hung windows, is where I, of course, and I think most of us would experience traditional sash lifts. Two would be installed on the lower sash as that lower sash gets lifted. Okay, you have your sash lock here at the meeting style. Being Baldwin, that's synonymous with very good quality, solid brass construction, a very, very good finish. This is an 003 finish. An 003, also known as lifetime brass. Don't quote me on the dates, but I believe that that was something that really was developed in the early 1990s, or at least I became aware of it in the early 1990s. In terms of the brass coating, what gives it its finish is bonded at the molecular level so as to allow the manufacturer to state, for the lifetime of this product, the brass is not going to tarnish. That's it. It does not look to the trained eye like polished brass over solid brass. It is a bit different. It is slightly different. This is a bit more reflective and a bit less of a rich brass warm tone. This is still exceptional. This is a bit shinier, is what I'm trying to say. Polished brass, you can tell that there's a warmth to it. This does feel, in my opinion, that it's a bit more synthetic, but it's excellent though. Okay, it is an easy sacrifice, in my opinion, to make when you can go with a sash lift or a kick plate or a lock set or any hardware, especially kick plates that are exposed to the exterior of the opening. Lifetime brass, I mean, that is a no-brainer, and they can do. I understand that they can do lifetime on more than just brass. I believe they can do it on nickel as well, or could at one point. So this is an 0470. Let's take a look at some dimensional properties on this item. Overall width, 4-inch. Center to center of the screw holes, you can judge that to be about 3.5 inch. Overall height, about 1 1/16 inches. Those screw holes 1/4 inch down to about 7/8. Okay. Projection, about 7/8 to the inside. I'd say you're closer to about 5/8 of an inch. Screws are going to be included. They're not magnetic. My they're not magnetic at all. Stainless steel with a, if they were to try to coat stainless, would be slightly magnetic. The point is, be mindful. This can be a solid brass screw, and I expect that it is. It'll be a softer metal and easier to shear when you're pre-drilling your hole. If you're doing like a softwood, I would probably go with about an 80% drill size of my root diameter. Okay. Something in that range. If it's a hardwood, I'd probably go the root diameter of the screw, or maybe 95% of that. A wire drill bit size is preferred, a wire size rather than fractional sizes, because the increments between each drill is so much finer. Using a caliper, it might seem a bit, extreme to go to such lengths, but when you're putting in these sash lifts, the last thing you want to do is strip a screw out. Because it's awfully hard, because I've done it. I've had to, get a broken screw out, dowel the hole, start again, get another screw first. So, using a caliper, getting the right size drill bit is really crucial. If you're spending the money and the time to put in nice, incredibly high quality Baldwin hardware, I'm sure, of course, you would be nothing other than solely focused on installing it the best professional way, and that would be my opinion on how to do it. I don't make a living as an installer, but I've broken a lot of screws, and I've found the best way to do it. Anyway, there is a link below this video to the manufacturer's page where you can pull up not only all of the Baldwin products that we sell, but also a link to the manufacturer's website, as well as a link to the full product catalog. And there are several there. If you're looking for where you're going to find that Sash lift, look in the Estate catalog. That will have all of their Estate series, levers, knobs, locks, and the associated hardware that kind of works hand in hand. Baldwin has the Epic line of door hardware that you'll see in residential, commercial applications, but then they've got accessory hardware, Sash lifts and Sash locks, kick plates, door knockers, door stops, things of that nature. Very high quality across the board. There are a lot of people that make high quality finished hardware, names that we all know and have heard of. In my opinion, I stick with Baldwin in my personal life. I recommend it to others, even though it's going to be substantially more expensive than some others, and certainly less expensive than many as well. Pound for pound, I think they're the best value. They're hardware that's going to last for decades, and it's going to look great. It's going to operate. I called Baldwin one time, not too very long ago, looking for help to try to get this client's lock back in shape, and he had a spring that was broken on a lock from the late 1970s. I called Baldwin, technical support, standby, boom, spoke to a gentleman. Okay, I've got this lock from about 1976. He's like, is it a blue case? Is the case of the mortise lock blue? Yes, it is. Okay, great. I know exactly what we're talking about because in 1976, I was working in the factory building those locks. Every time I call Baldwin, it's a slam dunk with tech support. They are a company that has this global image of high-end residential hardware for locks, but they are at the core of the matter, a company that I can gravitate towards because they deal with the technical problem solving that the average consumer has no concept of that part of their universe. Anyway, I am, as you can hopefully tell, quite partial to Baldwin. Any questions on the 0470003 Sash lift in lifetime brass, available in lots of different finishes, or any other Baldwin product, please feel free to reach out to us. And thank you.